with all of the debating, in a sense, it really never gives our people something that they can really hold on to today, as far as building here in America or anything. Like it provides us no skills. We don't know, it doesn't teach us how to, be carpenters or builders or electricians. We're not providing our people with information that can help them to be skillful.
Mm.
It gives us, like I was explaining to the brother, I study ancient Kemetic history. I study history, I practice metaneta, from,
Nature.
yes,
Divine speech, divine writing.
yes, from Ra'um Nefer Amen. I study that system. I love that system.
Mm.
But what happens, I believe, is that sometimes we get too caught up on historical events that happened 3,000-4,000 years ago, and then we forget that we are supposed to now take the torch and start building here. We're arguing about what happened in, who invaded Kemet 3,000, who the invaders? Are they the Israelites the invaders? Or, did they come from the Shepherd Kings? Or the, just who were the invaders and the Hyksos and, the timeline, and did the timeline add up? Okay, that's good just for us to really wonder about, but at the end of the day, knowing the ancient Kemetic kings list or, understanding a lot of things, when we're debating about them, at the end of the day, it's just basically for ego purposes.
Okay, I care to differ, and I'd like to expound on a few of the things that you brought out.
Okay.
First, we give thanks to the Most High, Ahaya, in the name of His Son, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yeshaya. Baruch Hashem, praise His name. First, I'd like to say that we're not Africans. We have been lied to from the very moment our ancestors got over those ships. We come from the seed of Shem, who is the foreparent of Abraham, who is the father of Isaac, who is the father of Jacob. We fled into Africa in the year of 70 AD, fleeing the persecution of the Romans, following the Bible prophecy of Yeshaya, whom the world inwardly calls Jesus. His name can't be Jesus because the J only came into existence 500-600 years ago. There is no J in the Hebrew alphabet. The J and I was added to the Italian alphabet, I believe, in the 16th, 17th century. Jesus is derived from the Latin word Jesus. Jesus is derived from the Greek word Zeus. Zeus is one of the names that was given to the gods in the pantheon in Greece, who is said to be the father of the gods in the pantheon in Greece. The reason why this is important is because the Bible is not a religious book. It's a history book that they made into a religious book. Religion is derived from the Greek word religio, which means to create division, divide, or to separate. The Most High chose a group of people in this book called the Bible. The Torah, the Tanakh, the Old Testament, New Testament. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. He says, I have chosen you to be a special people unto myself, and above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Everyone draws their lineage to that Bible, their birth lineage, their blood through that Bible. White folk, Arab folk, Chinese folk, Japanese folk, so-called black folk, because, again, we are not Hebrew Israelites. I have the Pictorial Zanzibar Bible Dictionary that says that, in fact, May I get it and read it? I want to read the definition of Ham, because you speak also of the Egyptians. And then when you speak about Brother Polite and Sayonara, these brothers teach that we are Africans. Egypt, before it was Egypt, it was Kemet. Before that, it was Cush, or vice versa. Their father was Ham. Noah had 3 sons. From these 3 sons came Shem, Ham, and Japheth. I say Shem first because we come from Shem. We are not Hamitic, we are Shemitic. We are the real Hebrew Israelites. I'm not just going to say Jews, because all 12 tribes are not Jews. We are the Jews being here in America. We come from Judah. The only way that you can be a Jew is to come from one of the 12 sons whose name was Judah. And I can prove without a shadow of a doubt in that book that not only is that book, does that book belong to the blacks, Jamaicans, Haitians, and Hispanics, but that we are the people of that book.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Not interrupting. He's your student, correct? I mean, he studies with you?
He studies under me, yes.
Okay. What type of skills do you have? What do you do? What's your occupation?
That was my skills were, I used to work for the gas company, I used to work for SEG. I do carpentry, I cut hair,
Do you have a barber shop?
I used to work with Tigers.
Okay. Hold on.
I will
Okay,
select-
hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish.
Sure.
Let me finish.
I would like that question
Okay.
to be directed at me
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
For him.
No, go ahead.
No.
I get it.
Because he brought you here,
Yes.
him and I were building.
Mhm.
The point what I'm trying to do is this. While we sitting here talking about the lineage of some people we don't even know outside of the Bible existed, you're talking about Japheth, Shem, Ham. Okay, at the end of the day, so what? The reason why I say that, right, is because if you say you are God's chosen people, and we are God's chosen people,
The Most High.
okay, whatever you want to call them, it don't matter. Whatever I don't care what you call it. Still, this brother cannot do for self. Still, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. At the end of the day, how many businesses do you own, brother? It's a simple question, brother. How many businesses do you own?
It's not a simple question. However, I don't own any business.
Okay, stop. Hold on. Stop. Okay, now let me stop. You don't own any business. You don't own anything. That's cool. I mean, because it's still a process of learning. There might be some things that, you want to put together. There might be some things that is nothing. Okay, so now, the whole point is, if you shaking your head, I said there might be some business ideas that you have. Hold on, you're saying no. There's no business ideas, nothing you have in your head. Hold on. This brother right here cannot support himself. He said, oh, I'm on dialysis. Okay, I understand. That's something. The brother said, I used to work in the barber shop, brother. I used to do this and that. Right now, you are not teaching this brother any. Hold on. Let me get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just.
Okay, right now, what you doing is you sitting here and teaching this man who Ham, Shem, and Japheth is. But right now, guess what that's doing? It's doing nothing. All it's doing is inflating your ego, but it's really not giving you anything of substance that you can build today. Because now he has no skills to take him to the next level while we are here to create a legacy for yourself. So essentially what we're doing is you're cheerleading on the sideline for Shem, Japheth, and all of that. But right now, we are not establishing a legacy that we can build today for our children to follow in our footsteps. So you might say, you're not African. Okay, I might say I am African, but guess what? At the end of the day, what I can do for myself today far supersedes what you can do for yourself today. So now, if I can provide, I'll show these brothers a way how we can come together and make money to invest in real estate, to form black banks, to form pools and resource and form schools and after school programs and build gardens and things like that and grow our own food. Right now, you're not doing any of that. You have no vision. You shook your head. I said, what programs are you doing? You was like, nothing. So now what you're doing is you're keeping him in a perpetual state of poverty because he's lacking in any skill to form a legacy for himself. So right now, if he passes away, there's no legacy. You are steadily still trying to go back to the Bible and what this says and that there. At the end of the day, so what? You call it, I'm not African, okay, you African, I'm not, okay, so what? At the end of the day, the skills that I've accumulated and that I have, guess what? It would far supersede anything that you have. So while you sitting here talking about how great your ancestors were 2,000-3,000 years ago, guess what? I can outdo you today.
Can I speak?
Yes, sir.
I'm not talking about how great my ancestors are or was. I'm talking about how great I am. I'm talking about how great my ancestors were, and us being the descendants of them, how great we are.
You can't do nothing today, though. You just said you don't have anything.
I heard you
how great are you, brother?
I heard you silently, so
Okay. Okay.
Like to
Yes.
My father says that he knows my poverty, but he said that I am rich. I find truth and know that book to be truth. I can prove without a shadow of a doubt that I come from the loins of Jacob. And those who come from the loins of Jacob have been made a promise by the Father who is in heaven, okay? When you say that it doesn't matter what you call them, first thing is, if it didn't matter, the other nations wouldn't have went to great lengths in order to disguise who we are by calling us black, Negro, African American, Spanish, Mexican, because those are all our folk. Okay?
But you still can't do for yourself. Okay, but what I'm saying is you're putting so much emphasis on what you call yourself that you're forgetting that essentially you still can't do for yourself. So right now, hold on, so right now,
okay,
okay,
I'm going to tackle
okay, all
all
right.
of that.
Go ahead, let you finish. Go ahead.
Because I'm doing for myself now.
How?
The will of the Father.
What? No, you just said, I asked you about any programs. You said no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Brother,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, let him finish. Yeah.
first of all, my skills is carpentry. My skills is plumbing. My skills is hardwood floors, sheetrock. I do commercial and residential construction. In fact, I work for one of the biggest construction companies in this country right now, which is Con Construction. You can look them up on the computer. But I don't give them any type of glory. I don't give them any type of props because I'm working for a bunch of crackers. Okay? And the Bible says that we would go to Esau, which is the father of these white folk, for the want in everything, in thirst and hunger, for clothing, and the want of everything. So I'm following Bible prophecy on that. The reason why it is important that we do know who we are, so that we know where we're going and what was the promises that was made to us. Because if we all draw our lineage from that book, and there is a father that created, or a creator that created all of us, or everyone, and then he chose a particular group of people, and he made a covenant and a promise, and blessed them, and said that all nations will be blessed through them, then I want a piece of that. You see, I'm not worried about tomorrow. Let tomorrow worry about itself, my father says. When it comes to what am I doing with the programs, this is what I do. I go on the highways and byways like my father told me and spread this word. If my peace is welcome, I keep bringing it. If my peace is not welcome, then I shake off the dust and keep it moving. Because The spirit of perpetual sleep, the spirit of sleep and slumber have been put upon Israel, okay? When I say Israel, I'm talking about the blacks, Jamaicans, Haitians, and Hispanics, okay? The people whom the Most High chose, who, when He created, He didn't create us to work. We only work because of what our foreparents did. That's when we started working, because the Father gave everything, okay? When it came to eating, when it came to surviving, when it came to having to work. Everybody worked under us because we were a nation of people that the Most High chose to be kings and priests, to go out and teach the world how to become righteous. Because when He created the world, everyone was doing wicked things. So because we ignored the Father and became rebellious, He put the spirit of deep sleep upon us. Everything that I'm saying to you, I won't just prove by reading scripture, but I'll prove to you by showing the prophecies that these things actually happen. I want to say two more things. If someone said something was going to happen 500 years before it happened, and they termed it prophecy, and these things come to pass, would you have faith in it? That's the question, yes or no, like you put upon me. Would you believe it?
If,
Yes or
hold
no,
on,
just
hold
like
on,
you asked me.
okay,
I'm doing
and I'm giving you an answer.
yes or no.
I'm giving you an answer. What I study, right? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Are you gonna, if you ask me a question?
I saw that you were
Okay,
saying
but listen.
thing, and then you said yes or no, so I gave you what you asked for.
Okay,
I'm asking you to give me
but
the
this is
same
the
courtesy.
thing. You're saying, what you're stating is that if somebody told me something that was gonna happen 500 years ago,
500 years later,
500 years later, would I
then it
believe
came
it?
to pass.
And it came to pass?
Yes. Would you find truth in it?
If it was truth, I mean, okay, this is the thing, right? Let me explain something. Common sense would tell you, when people don't act in accord with the laws of nature. Hold on, listen. Because this is the thing. What you're stating as far as prophecy and things of that nature from the Bible and things like that, common sense will tell you if a people are living wicked, they're going to be destroyed. How hard is that? You're acting like this is some mystical, spooky event. Okay, but this is the thing.
I'm dealing with
Okay,
truth.
this is the thing. If you tell me something general, okay, hold on. I'm gonna give you an answer.
Yes or no?
You gonna let me finish? Okay, this is the thing. Okay, let me finish.
That's a double standard, brother.
No. You gonna let me finish? You saying yeah?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, this is the thing. I would have faith in it depending upon the specificity of the details. Okay, now let me finish.
That's a very good answer.
Yes, okay.
Please allow me to give you a detail about you.
Hold on, you gotta let me finish. Now come on now, bro. I said that.
Well, I wasn't finished.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna answer your question. Okay, so I'm gonna answer your question. I would, depending upon the specificity of the details of the. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish my answer, brother. You asking me what I believe in. Okay, I would believe you only if the specifics are outlined, not just some vague and general. Okay, you'll be. These people are gonna go into bondage or whatever. If you want me to believe it and say, hey, that actually can, I would be more inclined to say, wow, I have an oh shit moment. If you gave me dates, if you gave me specific names, if you outlined certain events that were going to take place. See, we have to pay attention to detail.
Bro, you answered.
That's my answer. Depending upon the detail that you provided me,
okay,
I would have faith in that if it came to pass.
Okay.
But you can't just give me no general, these people gonna be slaves and they slaves.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, the reason why I asked you that question is because much before it happened, it said that Israel would go into bondage. It was said that they would go into bondage, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68, in the belly of cargo ships. It was said that they would have chains and yokes upon their neck. It was said that one of the tribes would go to a land where no one had dared venture yet, and that they would take the fowls of the air, break their wings, and make strange crowns. I'm talking about the tribe of Gad, who are the North American Indians of today.
You say that, but they don't say that. But go ahead. Hold on, that's what you say. They don't say that, but that's what you say. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. They don't say that. You say that. Okay.
They don't say that.
Okay, stop. Okay, you put the identity on the people they don't even accept. But go ahead.
Excuse me. It was said that in the scripture that they would be one of the last tribes to wake up. All of them. The Bible says that Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, blacks, Jamaicans, and Haitians would wake up first, because the Most High put the spirit of deep sleep upon Israel for their disobedience, but that he set watchmen in the nation of Israel, and that they would wake them up. But my point is this. It also said that our children would be sold for bondswomen and bondsmen. It said that we would have yokes of iron on our neck. We are the only ones that fit that prophecy. It said that we would be sold for bondswomen and bondsmen. We are the only ones in history that these prophecies fit. Everything that is in that scripture up to this far has come to pass. So, proving, and I can give you chapter and verse and everything I'm saying, that's just to say that I followed that book, and that book is true. Even when it comes to us fleeing out of Israel, that's a record. We have records of that 1948, 49, those Jewish people that are over there now, and that's Bible prophecy. Revelations 2 and 9, for I know your poverty, but thou art rich.
Okay, let me, okay, bro, okay.
Those who say they are Jews and are not.
Okay, this is the thing.
Last thing that you expound on, then you can speak again.
Okay, go ahead.
You can give me the same courtesy. I just want to touch on everything that you spoke about. You spoke about what we can do now, and that this brother doesn't have. What am I giving him where he can be prosperous today? Well, my father told me not to get caught up in the prosperity of this world. Why?
Exactly.
Because this world was made for a few. It is the next world that I'm worried about. Don't you know?
All right, see, that's cool right there, brother. You good right now. You good, brother.
All right, this is the last thing I want to say to you. You have Bible prophecy being fulfilled now, when you start talking about nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and wars and rumors of wars. The thing is, who are these people of the scripture? Who are they now today? Because I know that the Medes of the Bible are the Iranians of today. And because I know that America don't have much longer to be here. So I'm not concerned about what's going on in this earth today as far as prosperity and money. I'm concerned about what's getting ready to happen to America and trying to save myself. When I say myself, I'm talking about my nation. Why would I want to go and learn African if I'm not African? Why would I want to preserve riches in this life when I know that it is easier for the hump of a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get in heaven?
Okay, well, brother, this is what you do. So now, let me tell you what you do, right? You keep believing.
I'm telling you.
Hold on, no, you don't. Hold on, no, you don't know, because all of those tribes, y'all, and it's very well documented in all these debates these brothers been having. That listen. I'm
not gonna argue with you.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I'm not gonna argue.
I know
you can speak. I'm gonna speak.
Okay, let me finish, brother. I just sat there and let you.
All right.
You know damn well that all of those tribes that everybody is professing and claiming to be a part of, you cannot trace anything through genetics or DNA wise. Go do your homework. No, stop. Go do,
Well, here you
go,
are.
go do your
You don't allow
homework.
me to
Because
respond.
you know, y'all, you fit yourselves in there because of certain, it's like situations that you, whatever you want, got situations, prophecies, and you say, oh, this must relate to these people, this must relate to these people, this must relate to these people. Just as well as a European could come and say, well, you know, we were in bondage too because when the Moors were in Spain, the Moors had us yoked up, and look at the pictures that y'all had and of Moors holding us and throwing us in bondage and putting us here and tying us up and auctioning us up. So hold on, so they can come, if that's the case, when you start talking about the people in slavery, the European could come up in his deceitful nature and say, well shit, y'all had us in slavery too. Y'all had us in bondage, y'all sold us. It's well documented what happened when the Moors were in Spain and how we had them, and you know that just as well as I know that, so ain't no reason to debate. So now, this is my thing. At the end of the day, everything that you just said is totally detrimental to the minds of our current generation. Why? Because you just sat there and said, you're not concerned on accumulating wealth. Okay, and prosperity. That's cool. If you're not, if that's something
Not here.
Okay, okay, cool, not here. Okay, so this is what you do. You keep shooting brothers like this little fairy tale that when you die, you shooting up out of space. But guess
that? I don't agree with that.
Okay, but guess what? Well, where you going at when you die? You just say you don't care when you go die or something.
Pardon?
Okay.
No, we don't go up to nowhere.
Okay, well, wherever you go, whatever. Okay, so whatever.
My nation, we live forever.
Okay, all right, but
ever and even ever.
Okay, all right, so.
When you're done, I want to.
Okay, all right. So this is all I got to say. You're not concerned about prosperity and all that other stuff. In this lifetime or whatever. That's cool. Okay, but that's cool. But guess what? I'm not arguing with you because that's what you believe in. If that's something that you want to believe in, that's cool. That's no debate. But one thing that I want to do, and my mission is to help my people to understand things as far as real estate is concerned. I want to teach them how to be able to invest and build banks. I want to teach them how to be conquerors. I want to teach them a knowledge of how to understand how to, I would say, learn the science of economics and how we trade and how we come together as a nation. What I teach is what we refer to as nationalism. I am a black nationalist. So guess what? Everything that it takes to build a nation, I want my people to be able to learn and use it so that we can build a nation that can be self-sustaining. See, you're not worried about that, but that's cool. But this is, hold on, in this life, okay, yeah, whatever. It don't matter what life, 3-4 lifetimes down the line, whatever the case may be. I'm concerned about it now, because I want to establish a legacy for my children. The same way how this brother has his seed in here, learning how to run, operate a business, how to manage his money, how to budget. He sees his dad, he looks at his dad, he sees his future, and his dad sees his future within his seed. He's teaching him a skill that's going to help him better himself later on down the line. So when his father passes, guess what? Now he can come and he can say, my father helped me to grow and nurture and develop myself. Now I can sustain my family through skills that I learned. My thing is, whatever you choose to believe in as far as where you came from, you're not this, you're not that, you ain't African, you ain't this, y'all Israel, this and that. Whatever happened 2,000-3,000 years ago, man, that's cool, man. You can sit down and y'all can have that discussion. That's cool. But until we start teaching our people how to function as a nation and how to operate as a nation so that we can now stand up and be sovereign and don't have to depend on the resources of another nation to feed us, then that's a problem. And that's a problem that I want to solve. That is why I am envisioning having an after-school program. You know why? Because there's a system there. We need to supplement the education of the school system to teach our children how to function on an accelerated level as far as education is concerned. So brothers don't have to sit back and depend on disability. See, see, brothers can learn.
Can I, hold on, back up, hold on. Let me, hold on. Slow up here. Let me back up on you, bro.
Okay.
Me and you cool. I got no beef with you.
I
You
know
keep
you
stressing the disability. I work. I go to a temp agency and work when I gotta work.
See,
I can't hear. Mention you know I can't hear. I can't hear. I make money, bro. So at the end of the day, this ain't got nothing wrong with this. No, I'm trying to bring something down there because he keeps stressing.
I'm saying that we do not have.
Trust, bro. I'm mad. I'm just expressing it to you to tell you that I do handle my own. I have 8 children. I take care of all 8 of my kids. I do what I have to do. I'm just acknowledging it to you.
So let me ask you a question. I don't
have to work on a white man's job.
No.
You should be fair. I know this is your establishment.
I'm just
letting
making
you
fair
know when it comes to the conversing. Because you are saying a lot, and then when it's time to expound on it and converse, so that
he stopped me. I just
no, he just listened.
He stopped.
I stopped him. He just listened.
He stopped me.
But I just wanted because he kept saying disability.
But I'm saying that you are expounding on a variety of things in which you're voicing them at me. So I try to respect you and wait until you're done so that I can expound on them. Okay, so sure, he stopped you, but I would like, if you're not done, I would like you to continue so that I can expound on these things that you're talking about teaching these children in this after-school program. Because I would like to tell you a few things about the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs when it comes to dumbing our children down and knowing who they are in contrast to knowing about all the other nations.
We already know. We know it. See this.
Why would you interrupt me? Why don't you?
Because I was speaking. I was speaking, brother. You just took over.
Excuse me. I'm allowed
You
to
just took over.
Much respect, brother.
No, that's cool. And if I offended you, I'm sorry.
No, you kept saying that, so I had to correct you.
Okay, but this is the thing. It's a reality in which we live.
I know.
Okay, yeah, it's a reality. It's a reality in which we live.
Oh,
it is a reality in which we live.
Say that again.
It is a reality. I'm saying
reality that we don't work. We basically gotta depend on the white man to get what we want. But then we need to learn to establish things on our own to get involved and try to. this is what he's trying to say.
Our Father says
But
that if
I
we follow those laws, statutes, and commandments, we need not worry about tomorrow. Because if we need a job, He'll make a job possible on the way for us
that's cool,
to endure. You understand what I'm saying?
Huh?
So,
You gotta go get it though.
not according to them, man. Nah, man, let's go.
So let me have I want to ask you a question.
You finished? Because you was just talking. You told me I could talk, bro.
No, go ahead. You can go ahead and finish. Because I want to expound on the things that you were saying. Because there's one very important question that I didn't ask you at the start.
Okay, you can ask me now, bro.
The first thing is, do you believe in, or do you find truth in there being a creator?
Of course.
Okay. Do you believe that the Creator talks with His creation, speaks to His creation, give them instruction?
Definitely.
Okay.
Now I can tell you how now.
Excuse me?
I'm going to tell you how after you finish asking me these questions.
Well,
Because you're saying, does he talk and all this other stuff? I'm
not talking about no talking. I'm talking about, does he, when I say speak, I'm not saying that he comes and speaks to me or you. I'm just saying, does he converse with his creation? Whether it's speaking, whether it's through signs and symbols, however it be, does he converse with his creation?
Definitely.
And give them instruction?
I'm going to tell you, yeah.
Okay.
I'll explain.
So, do you find truth or believe in the Bible?
A lot of stuff in there is good information.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff in there is good information.
Good information, but do you believe in it? Do you find truth in what the Scripture says?
There's truth in a lot of sayings that's in there. There's a lot of examples in there, a lot of stories in there that you can definitely learn from. There's passages, there's scriptures, there's sayings, there's quotes. A lot of things in there are very beneficial.
So I see you bounce around.
Now, I'm giving you my answer, brother.
Now I respect your answer. Well, let me just be more direct. Do you believe that
It's a history book? No.
Do you believe that, well, it's talking about one group of people, particularly, in reference to their plight. But do you believe that we descend from the people of the scripture? Do you believe that we descend from
that's kind of
the Bible?
That's
And then I would like to
that
some of the
okay.
questions that
It's obvious that, of course, we are descendants of those people in that area, in that particular location. It's obvious that the location, that particular location where the book is actually in. The Bible, you said the Bible, right? The location where a lot of these events took place were in Kemet, Mesopotamia, Cush.
those are all modern names. Those
Okay, but whatever, Cush, Kemet, those are modern names that don't matter, man. Okay, Cush and Kemet, modern names. Okay,
I hear you saying that it doesn't matter, but if it didn't matter,
I said Cush, Kemet. You saying those are modern names? I'm just saying, okay, brother.
all these things matter. And now I'm going to share with you why.
Okay,
First,
brother.
let me just share this.
Cush and Kemet are modern names.
If you can agree that you are a descendant from the people of this book, if you can agree to that, then when you start talking about prophecies, things that happened and that was said to happen back then, in contrast to them being prophecy and happening later, okay, then how can you dispute any of the events? That's not a question. It's a question, but it's a two-part question. When you start talking about the Moors, what is your relation to the bloodline of the Moors? What is your relation to the bloodline of the Spaniards? Who are they now today?
Okay, let me ask you.
These are the same people that are conspiring and doing the things that they're doing, or that are confederate with one another now today. When you start talking about Ishmael, when you start talking about the Arabs, because that's who they are today.
Okay.
When you start talking about the Egyptians, who are the Africans of today, along with the South Africans and the other countries that are over on that continent.
Okay, let me ask you a question, brother.
Sure.
The brother had to pick you up today, brother. Why you don't have a car?
Well,
Can I ask you that question, brother? Why you don't drive, brother?
Well, right now, and I'm just keeping it real, don't want one. I have a job, I can get one. I just moved here from New York where there's public transportation and mass droves. I'm relocating because I'm trying to get deeper south. Why am I trying to get deeper south? Because I know that America getting ready to catch it soon. This is the daughter of Babylon that the Bible has prophesied about that's getting ready to catch it.
Okay, so let me ask.
I came here to get deeper south.
Okay, so let me ask.
Stop.
All right, so let me tell you. I'm gonna just leave it like this, right? I'm gonna leave it like this, right? You can go ahead and you can chase, or you can go ahead and look in, read prophecy, and you can take all that to heart. That's cool. You don't got to worry about the, prosperity. You don't have to worry about wealth. That's on you. That's peace. That's your personal decision. I'm not arguing with you.
No,
But me and what I'm trying to do, guess what? We trying to build wealth, brother. We trying to build wealth.
I'm already wealth, bro.
Okay, all right, cool. That's cool. All right, that's cool right now.
According to my father,
Okay.
I'm one of the richest
All
men
right.
on earth.
Okay. So right now you one of the richest men on earth, but you don't own any property. You don't have a school. You don't own a farm. You don't have no farmland. You one of the richest men in the world. Hold on. You don't have no farmland. You don't have no school. You don't have no car. You don't have anything significant.
Who told
You don't
material
own
defines wealth? Because the richest thing for me
is what
and the richest thing
is talking about
is spirit. What's inside me, bro?
okay.
That which
Okay.
sustains and gives
Okay,
life.
but listen,
You understand?
listen. But that which is inside you, if it can't manifest into something outside of you that's
But
productive,
it is.
how?
It is.
You don't have. You say you're one of the richest men, but you don't have no farmland. If you a wise man and you a rich wise man, guess what? you're going to have something on both planes, not only on the spiritual plane, but on the physical plane that is going to help you.
3 planes, brother.
Okay, all right.
3 planes.
All right.
You see?
But you,
And what
that's
I'm saying
peace, brother.
is, I find truth in that book. And I find truth that we got put on punishment. And our punishment is about us.
How we gonna get our punishment, bro? That's what okay, we on punishment, man. Who cares? Okay, all right. How am I gonna get our punishment, man? Tell me how I'm gonna get our punishment. What can I do to get our punishment? If my punishment is me being in poverty, how can I get out of poverty, brother?
You get out of poverty by following the laws, statutes, and commandments.
All right, what else, brother? Okay. What else?
That's all.
I gotta do something.
And enduring until the end.
Oh, man. So I don't gotta, so I don't, okay.
And that's according to that book.
Okay.
That's my
See,
history
and
book.
that's why our people.
Where's the Greek Empire right
Man,
now?
I don't care about no Greek
Where's the
Empire, man.
Egyptian?
They gone, man.
You care about what's going on
Listen,
right now?
What can I build right now, man? I don't care about no Greece, man.
Now
They
build your kingdom by waking up your people.
That's
to
what I'm
who
doing.
they are.
That's
so
what I'm
they can
doing.
Be who they are. They are not American. They are not African. They
All
are
right.
not.
Okay, so this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is what I always hit brothers with, right? If you and I don't have power, see, this is the thing. Right now, if we're on punishment, that means somebody has power over us.
That's right.
Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, hold on, stop. If we're in the punishment, that means there's a people who has jurisdiction and control over us.
That's right.
Okay, now, these people who have
That's
jurisdiction, okay, these people who have jurisdiction and control over us, right now, if you walk in the courtroom, I walk in the courtroom together. We both got crack charges, we both got gun charges, me and you co-defendants. I walk up in the courtroom, I say, I'm a black man, I'm black. You walk up in the courtroom and you say, you Hebrew, or whatever it is you want to call yourself.
Straight to jail.
Okay, hold it, yeah. We both going to jail.
You might get off.
Oh man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Prove
All right,
it.
okay, all right, man.
That's
All
how
right.
you coming.
Okay.
But
All right.
actually,
See now we playing games. Now we playing games.
Bro, I don't play games with
We playing games, man.
Bro, can I
We
read
playing
something to
games,
you about
man.
this book?
Okay.
May I read the scripture to you out this book?
Nah, man, that's all right, man. I don't need no more, man. Cause now
What you just said was very profound. And I say that because
but your answer,
we did have jurisdiction over all the nations until we did what we did. If you go up into Europe right now, you will see pictures or icons of Hebrew Israelites. We once ran.
all right, so how can we get back, brother? That's what I'm saying. I don't care. I don't see the thing. I don't sit there and dwell on what we once did.
That book tells you.
Okay, that's cool, man, but this is the thing, that book is not going to tell me how to invest in real estate. That book is not going to teach me on how to feed my people and grow a garden.
The book says that this is getting ready to be laid desolate. Revelation.
All right, so if this is going to be ready, if this is going to be laid desolate, right, then that means I need to come in with some farmland so I can be ready when this shit fall down, that I can rebuild.
Desolate means that nothing will ever grow. Have you ever seen a modern day picture of Sodom and Gomorrah?
Come on,
Have you
man.
ever seen a modern day picture
Man,
of
you
Sodom and
don't
Gomorrah?
even know Sodom. We don't even know Sodom and Gomorrah
We know
existed.
the region.
What language did they speak in Sodom and Gomorrah?
They spoke Hebrew and Aramaic.
Man, how you know?
Aramaic.
Okay, what is the
Lot
date?
and Hebrew.
What are the dates? What are the dates Sodom and Gomorrah existed?
Excuse me, I can't give you
Exactly.
Brother, you gotta
None
let
of y'all
me finish,
can, man.
because I can give you a time frame, and if I went and did the research, I'll give you an exact
I
date.
need some dates, brother.
Because you can know how old the earth is in itself.
But give me some dates,
Just by
brother.
acknowledging Genesis and going into creation.
Let's go into some dates and tell me what dates Sodom and Gomorrah existed during, and then we'll go from there.
If you would like to have a forum and would like for me to come forward with those dates, I assure you, you set a date, now be there.
Okay.
With the dates.
Okay, but this is.
And with the chronological order
Man, listen,
of creation.
Hebrews have so many different chronological dates.
No, we follow the
Man,
book.
no, y'all don't, man.
We follow the
All
book.
of y'all have different dates, man. All of y'all so-called Hebrew scholars have different dates for all this.
Well, I don't know what Hebrews that you do.
Okay, I'm talking about the brothers
I
here.
come out of the Hebrew Israelite School of Practical Knowledge. I come from under that order.
Okay, but this is the thing. At the end of the day, you can talk about how our people did this and they did that thousands of years ago, but none of that impresses me Because when we ride up and down North Charleston, we ride up and down here.
That was prophesied.
Hold on, okay, so what?
Gangs were prophesied.
Okay.
Because of our stiff neck and
Okay,
rebellious.
all right. See, now,
This is prophecy.
see, what about the solution? See, every time we try
I
to
keep giving you the solution.
your solution is, follow us in the book.
The Father said to follow those laws, statutes, and commandments and to endure until Yasha comes back.
Oh,
Once Yasha
okay,
comes
all right.
back, we
All
can
right.
go home.
Okay, all right, that's cool,
Don't you
brother.
know that America get ready to
All
catch
right.
it?
All right, it's almost 9 o'clock, man. I know you got to go.
Brother, I'm more than
That's good,
you
man.
want these dates. I mean, you
Man,
can
I
say
don't want
it doesn't
nothing.
matter.
Hey, I don't want nothing, man. Because at the end of the day, man, y'all can have whatever you say happened 3,000-4,000 years ago, and when you was doing this and when you was doing that, and y'all was so great, and you was doing this, man, you know what?
We still
Okay,
great.
no.
And go be greater.
But you don't have nothing, brother. You're not producing that. You're not teaching
You know
them.
that the temple of the kingdom of heaven is being measured now as we
Oh,
speak?
God. See, I ain't talking about this fictitious stuff, man, that you scream. I can't buy that stuff no more, man.
What's
I can't
fictitious
buy
about
that
the kingdom of
stuff.
heaven?
Man, listen, that stuff, I can't buy that stuff no more, man. I'm not. Listen.
I would have to assume that you have the ideology of the kingdom of heaven being up in the sky somewhere, or that the kingdom of heaven is someplace that you go when you die, or that hell is someplace that you go in the ground when you die.
Whatever you listen. You can take the information that you have now about things that are gonna happen in other lifetimes. And then, hold on, you can say
other lifetime.
That's
one lifetime, brother.
man, but you keep contradicting yourself. You said not in this lifetime. You just said they told me something was not gonna happen in this
Well, why
lifetime.
don't you get the overstanding so you can see that it's not a contradiction?
Listen, man,
We live
listen.
on three realms here, physical, mental, and spiritual. And on the physical, you have three realms, which is spiritual and mental. Because whatever manifests itself on the physical can manifest itself on the spiritual. Whatever manifests on the spiritual can manifest itself on the physical and the mental. Whatever manifests...
What's the difference between mental and spiritual, brother? What's the difference? What's dichotomized that?
What dichotomizes that is that mental deals with the mind. Excuse me. Mental deals with the mind. Spiritual deals with what is called ether. It takes 9 gases to make the one gas, which is called ether. There's no such thing as spirit.
What are the 9 gases? What are 9 gases?
Well, I have them in my notes, but I
There you
can't
go.
name them all. But I can
Exactly.
give you some of them. Carbon, brother, we not playing, bro. I'm being straightforward with you. You're asking me questions that you think that I'm not privy
don't
to.
know, man.
Well, I'm saying that I know that it's carbon. I know that there's 9 gases that make the ether, and I have them in my notes. And if you would like to know them, I'll pull them out. But I know a few of them.
At the end of the day,
So,
though, you keep talking.
Does that suffice for you?
Listen. At the end of the day, you are not teaching anything that is going to help brothers, to get out of poverty. You're not teaching it. You're teaching people. You're not teaching. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Okay, you're not teaching us anything to get us out of poverty. You're lacking that in totality. You don't have an economic program. You don't have a social program. You have nothing that.
You're talking about,
Listen.
I got a government of 144,000 strong.
Oh man, come on, man.
I guess the final question would really be,
Sure, bro.
and I'm just, sitting over here, you have the 3 realms that you mentioned, the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. And I guess what you're saying is you're spiritually wealthy, correct?
I'm saying
that you're spiritually wealthy.
Spirit, I'm wealthy, but not
Right.
just in
Well, that's what I'm
spirit.
saying. Well, hold on. I'm just asking this one quick question.
Well, let me answer that in its entirety.
Well, I'm just saying, and we're also mentally wealthy,
Mentally wealthy, that's right.
spiritually wealthy.
And physically wealthy.
He's saying, what is the manifestation of the physical wealth? What can we physically do? Because, in Revelations, it speaks of the angel with 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land, representing that which is physical and that which is spiritual. Because water representing the spiritual part, land representing the physical part. I guess the major question would be, while we're mentally wealthy.
I want to be precise, though. Water represents knowledge.
Right. Of what? Spirit. That water being intangible, land being tangible.
The water represents knowledge of truth. The key is, what is the truth?
What is the true thing that's being done physically?
Okay.
Like, how do we physically show our children what we're doing? I understand the spiritual and the mental, but what are we doing physically, as in right now, to show them that the ways of the world are not for us, because the meek shall inherit the earth. And if we go by the ways of the meek, instead of living in these days of the weak, we will be going by the ways of the meek. We're not showing them anything physical.
Yes. Now check this out. You say follow the ways of the meek. The scripture gives instruction on how the meek should be living. And the instruction that they're given is to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave to Moses on that mountain. And it's not just 10, there's 660.
610,
Okay?
there's 613.
Okay, so if that is the case, it's not about physical wealth in this physical world that I'm worrying about, because this world right here was given on to Satan once he was hurled down here by Michael. You understand?
So basically, you're saying give up on the physical.
No, I'm saying that we should be edifying our children to who they are, to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave us.
So
for
being as
instruction,
though there's no
and
exact
to be
date,
watchful,
so you're saying
because he's
until,
coming like a thief in the night to
understand,
get what is his.
right, but I guess the
Christian, I'm a
The-
Hebrew Israelite. Christianity is a religion that was created in the year 325 under Constantine and the Nicene.
but the question would be, what if we know that
That
there's,
right there let me know why you believe and think
You
what
might
you
well be a
think.
Christian,
You know Christian doctrine.
Man,
This
listen,
is why
man.
you
Listen,
believe
man.
this.
I'm gonna tell you why you ain't no Hebrew, bro. Listen, Hebrews, y'all just started this Hebrew waiting on Yahshua to come back, and you know you are old. Listen, man. Listen, I'm 35 or 36 years old. When I was coming up, man, you couldn't show me no Hebrew brother that talked about no New Testament, man. Man, this is a brand new doctrine. You listen,
That's
man. You couldn't.
inherently Jewish.
Man, listen, man. No.
Jewish, you don't follow
That
the
was
New
Hebrew,
Testament.
brother.
And
No.
it's the